Hey guys, so how are you? And right now we just finished this one, and we're gonna be starting to talk about user-defined functions, and we're gonna try to go relatively deep into this. And in here, we basically create a function with the code that we had earlier about the lending pen program over here, and basically we put define pens I could lend. This is the parameter of the function. This is the name of my user-defined function, and this is the kind of like the code that we use to create the function. The parameter is going to be the color that the friend that's asking you for the pen needs, and this is just kind of like an explanation of what the function does, which is always good practice to have it because you want to have your code as well documented and as easy to read as possible. So we're saying here that this function tells me which of my pens I can lend to my friend based on the color of pen he or she needs. So these are the two pens that I do have. And you already know this code. We're saying if my favorite pen equals color, which is the parameter that we're going to specify right here, print I can lend you my favorite pen. And print note, which in this case is it doesn't have much ink. Elif, my other pen is that color, print I can lend you my other pen, else print I don't have any pens to lend you. So if we put here like blue, for example, you're gonna see that it's gonna return, it's gonna print I can lend you my other pen, etc. And this is called a global variable, and we can call the global variable within the local environment, the environment within the function that we're using. However, you couldn't do it the other way around. You couldn't call a function that was locally defined outside of the function that it was created for. So the moment that you create the function and you define a variable over here, which I already wrote here, it's called note2, this variable is going to be created inside of the function is going to run, and then the local environment is going to close off when the function stops running, and this variable over here is going to cease to exist. So even though I can call a global variable inside of a local function, I cannot call a local variable inside of, in the outside global environment. For that, I'm going to go ahead and you remember here that we are calling print note, which is a globally defined function. When my pen is, I believe, black, so we're calling here pen black, right? And we're going to run this, and we get exactly this. We get I can lend you my favorite pen, it does not have much ink. And this is the equivalent of note without the 2. However, if I already defined note2, let's put it over here, print note2, and let's say that we want, they're asking us to lend them a blue pen. So if I run this, it's actually going to print note2 because this function is inside of the local environment, and this function operates with the local environment, so it's perfectly fine. But if I wanted to, after printing that, to put print note2, which let's remember it's right here, local environment, and I try to run this, I'm actually going to get an error. And my error says name note2, it's not defined, because the moment the function stopped running and the local environment closed off, note2 ceased to exist. Okay? And that's an important part of the differences between local and global environment. Thank you for watching. We're now gonna start talking about other aspects of a user-defined function that you guys, I think, are gonna find pretty interesting and useful.